Vine was laying in her bed. It was morning when her husband was getting ready in front of the dressing for his office. She felt quite lazy today, not in the mood to get up. Otherwise, mornings like these, she is usually active, helping her husband get ready and making sure he has the best breakfast before leaving for work. Vine, you look handsome. That's not fair, she mumbled lazily while admiring him with her half closed eyes. Jungkook looked at her through the mirror and walked up to her. Jungkook, and who do I belong to? Vine, me. But all those unknown girls in your office gets to stare at you whole day. Vine, no one stares, my queen. I'm all yours. He kissed her temple and straightened up again, tying his tie. Wine and proper breakfast before leaving, she said strictly. Wine and make sure you come back early today. Jungkook, I have an important meeting to attend. As soon as it's done, I'll be back. She nodded and Jungkook fixed the sheets around her. He kissed her hand before turning off the lights and left for his office. She slept again almost instantly, being a little moody and sleepy. She guessed it was because her date was near. It had been almost 3 hours since Jungkook left, and now she was awake. The first 2 days were always so painful, it made her want to sleep straight for 2 days and wake up the third day. She was laying in bed, hugging herself while a Netflix series played on LED. She tried her best to be distracted by it, but it was not helping at all. She didn't know why, but this time was more painful than the usual one, and it almost made her tear up. She waited for Jungkook but had no idea when he was going to return. She never wanted to disturb him during his meeting, but it had been 3 hours. It should be over by now. Grabbing her cell phone, she called him, to which he responded after 3 rings. Why? Jungkook, it hurts too much. She sniffled, letting out a painful whimper. Jungkook, out now. She heard him say, and she guessed it was to the people present there. Was he still in a meeting? Jungkook, did you take painkiller? Wine, no, I can't move. It just hurts so much. She heard some shuffles. Maybe he was getting ready to leave. Jungkook, offer the guests a VIP treatment and a stay. Make them happy, Jake. I need this deal. Jungkook, Princess, I'm coming back. Just hold on for a little, alright? I'll ask Martha to get you something to eat and a painkiller as well. Wine. Okay. She hung up the call and hugged herself again. Not long after, Martha, their maid, came in with some soup and painkillers. When Jungkook returned home, Martha told him Wine refused to eat anything. He came inside the room, closing the door behind, with a fresh and warm bowl of soup and placed it aside on the table. Jungkook, Princess, he removed her hair off her face, taking a seat beside her. It genuinely hurt his heart seeing all those tears and painful expressions. Removing his coat, he got inside the sheets and moved her in his warm embrace, where she snuggled in instantly. He showered her with his warm and loving kisses all over her head and face. Jungkook, you need this soup and painkillers. When you are better, I'll get you chocolates and ice cream and burgers and pizzas. Everything you want. Wine, I don't want to get up. Jungkook, I'll help. He sat up and pulled her up as well, not letting her use any of her force. She was completely against him, half sitting and half laying in his arms, as he fed her with his soup, her arms wrapped round his torso and eyes closed. Jungkook wiped her tears and brushed fingers through her hair. Wine, they're annoying me. When Jungkook gave her the painkiller, he helped her sit up and tied her hair in a braid to stop them from bothering her anymore. Once he helped her in bed again, she snuggled in tightly, holding him like a plush toy. He stayed there for as long as she didn't feel better. He whispered sweet nothings in her ear, telling her again and again how much he loved her, and she meant the world to him. If she was in a little better condition, she would literally eat him, and how sweet he was. But those words did help her a lot, and those cuddles were everything she needed then. After some time, when she felt better, she looked up at him, and he was still all attentive and wide awake. Wine. Did I disturb the meeting? What was it about? Jungkook. Some guests came from Japan. I'm trying to secure a deal with them. Wine. It must be such a wrong impression on them, leaving meeting midway. Jungkook. It's okay. They'll be treated well. You didn't disturb anything. Wine. I want my ice cream now. And burger. And pizza. And what was it? Jungkook. Chocolates. Wine. Yes. That too. Chocolates. He chuckled and grabbed his cell phone, texting Martha to bring them. He had them already ordered before coming here. He knew they would help her. She loved food, and it always made up her mood. Especially in these days, her cravings would touch the sky. Wine, I'm sleepy, she said, but the door opened and Martha brought in all the food, and Wine was quick to get up. Jungkook, thank you, Martha. She bowed and left. Jungkook, oh, slow down there. Weren't you sleepy? He teased and only received an angry side eye in response as the angry lady proceeded to grab the food and started munching on it. He didn't like when she cried. It was something that felt like a knife against his heart. He raised his hands in surrender, but was happy to see she was finally feeling better.